Welcome to Truly Heal and today's video about mold disease. Now you might think I don't have mold, but I have fatigue, I have poor memory and concentration problems, migraines, numbness, insomnia, asthma, skin rashes, mood disorders, temperature disturbances, sore throat. You might have a lot of other symptoms and don't even know that they can be triggered by mold. Now this young lady, it's a school teacher in Australia, and she was exposed to mold from the ventilation in the school. And it went through all the media that first of all people woke up and realized how toxic mold can actually be and what it can cause. So it went through a big awakening, and it was as if I lost my personality. It's not just skin rashes that come from it, it's a whole host of problems that are caused by those toxins. So could it be that your disease, whether you have cancer or Lyme disease or anything, is driven, motivated, activated by mold? When we did the research, I interviewed Dr. Mutter in Germany, and he's one of the top leading experts in detoxification. And he was giving a very beautiful essay on how toxins combined become not 1 and 1 is 2, 1 and 1 becomes 20,000 times more toxic. You know, they have that toxicity level where they put a poison to rats and then one rat dies, and then they take heavy metals and one rat dies, and they take bacteria and heavy metal, one lethal dose, and all of a sudden they had a lethal dose of 100. All rats died. 1 and 1 made 100. So they did a lot of research, and it blew my mind when I realized that heavy metals make mold toxicity 20,000 times more toxic. So when you think about, we are all exposed to aflatoxin, which is one of the mold excretes that as a toxin, and then you see that aflatoxin is responsible for 28% of all liver cancers worldwide. So do we want to know whether we are exposed to mold? I really think so. Now, mold is not the cause of the problem. It just creates an inflammatory response that then creates a breeding ground for disease. So you might just lower your immune response so much that any other disease can grow. And that's why it's important to find out. Why do people not realize that they're exposed to mold? It's a really important question. You know, I go into a house and I go, oh, it stinks, it's horrible, mold. And they live there and don't notice. Your nose adjusts to whatever smell you're exposed to, and you don't smell it anymore. Now, if you go and put perfume on, after 5 minutes, you don't know, did I put it on? And everybody else goes like, wow, you stink, you strong smell. If you go to the dump and you know, people that work there, they don't smell, and you think like, how can they work here? It's horrible. That's your nose adjusting to the smell. So if you're exposed and your skin and your clothes and your bed and everything smells like mold, you don't notice anymore. So number one is asking everybody that comes to your place, do you think I have mold? And they might be able to tell because they were not exposed to that smell the whole time. And then going through, you know, previous leaks, burst pipes, flat roofs, high humidity, poor ventilation, discolored ceiling and tiles. You know, it can be behind your wallpaper and you don't see it, and they just covered it up. So really important, your car ventilation. Think about it. You turn on your car, mold comes out, big spores, and you breathe them in while you drive. You turn off your car, you get back in and again, and it's just because you haven't cleaned out those filters. So throw them away, get new filters. So important. Cushions, ooh, you know, some of the motels you go to, you can smell it. And in the windows. Now, 1/4 of the population has certain genetic profile that renders them susceptible to so-called biotin illness. It's a chronic inflammatory response syndrome, CIIS, which mycotoxins can generate. Mycotoxins are the toxins that are created by mold. So if you can't deal with those toxins, you have a massive response, brain, skin, cardiovascular, kidney, bones, muscle, you know, everything responds in your body with disease. You remember we said before, mold is not really the cause, but it suppresses your immune system so badly that all of those systems then go sick. And that's why we need to get rid of it. A study revealed that 93% of all patients with chronic fatigue syndrome exhibited mycotoxins in their urine, and nearly a third displayed more than one mycotoxin. Hey, that means very often directly linked mold toxicity with chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, brain fog, many of those diseases that we all complain about and then need to deal with it. All right, now how do you test? Very simple. You go and ask your doctor, show them this slide and tell, I need those tests. I need to find out whether I'm exposed to mold. And how do we treat? Well, very simple. We remove the mold, number one. So if you can do renovation, first you test, then you do remediation, repair and renovation, and preferably you don't do it yourself. Get someone to do it, because if you already have an allergy and you expose yourself to a big shock wave of mold, it can be really, really detrimental. And then relocation, if there is no solution possible. If you can't get rid of the mold, just move somewhere else. Treatment number two is everything you take with you needs to be disinfected. And this is very crucial, whether that's your cushion, your clothes, your fabrics, your linen, your bed, your socks, your underwear, your shoes, your t-shirt, everything that touches the skin, towels, very important. They need to be disinfected. Now you can use all those chemicals that you buy in the supermarket. First of all, very expensive. Secondary, they don't really kill everything. And third, they are chemicals which you absorb into the bloodstream and make you sick as well. So we look at the sterile laundry, which is a UV light and ozone combined, bubbling. Your fresh water goes in here, is sterilized with UV light and then bubbled with ozone and goes into your washing machine. So you sterilize your whole washing without any chemicals. Absolutely mind-blowing, works fantastic. Saves you thousands of dollars if you use it commercially in a hotel or in an environment where you have lots of laundry or you have lots of children. You need to wash their clothes all the time. So use that. You can fill in ozone water that you bubble in a container and fill it in a spray bottle and spray all the things that are exposed to mold, like tables you want to wash off, items, vases, everything. You can also use oregano oil, thyme oil, cinnamon, clove, and tea tree oils to wash off and to disinfect mold spores. You don't want to expose yourself more. And always think of it, if your body has learned to react to something, it's like cellular memory. As soon as you expose yourself more, boom, it comes back. And that inflammatory response suppresses your immune system. So you don't want that. So you need to really clean out and get yourself into a fresh, clean start. And then you start cleaning internally. See, exposure is what we need to stop. And that's why clothes and everything need to be washed. But now you need to wash internally. And what is mostly exposed to mold? All of your breathing organs, your sinus, your ears, your throat, all of your colon, everything you eat, you've been eating, is exposed. A lot of water is contaminated with mold. So that's where we need to start cleaning out. And in this slide, you can see here the mucous membrane is your filter from the inside and the outside world. So if you eat something, what happens? It goes down and it's broken down into its individual pieces and fibers and nutrients, and only vitamins, minerals, nutrients go into the body and the rest stays outside. So that mucous membrane is a filter that only allows certain particles to go through and the rest stays outside. Now, if this mucous membrane looks like that and it's destroyed and it's inflamed and it has lots of bacteria and mold and everything growing in it, like in that first Petri dish, you remember the very first one? Let me just go back so that you really realize and see it again. If it looks like that, your mucous membrane, do you think there is healthy stuff going in and the unhealthy stuff stays out? Everything is contaminated. That's why when you look at those pictures here, that's why the body looks like that. It's all moldy inside and out in your bloodstream. So it's a real important thing that we get rid of those things. And where were we? Here. The mucous membrane is number one that needs to be fixed and repaired. And that's what we do with ozone. You do a nose and sinus insufflation. You know, you fill in your syringe with ozone, and then you take a deep breath. Fill your lungs with oxygen because you don't want to breathe in ozone. So you fill your lungs with air. Blow the ozone into your sinus cavity and blow out. And then you do the other side. Fantastic. You kill off all the spores and repair your mucous membrane. Then you take ozone water and drink ozone water. You repair your mouth. You gurgle and wash out your mouth with ozone water. Then you drink it, esophagus, stomach. It kills off bacteria like Helicobacter pylori and Klebsiella, Pseudomonas, all of those. But it also kills off mold. And then you take ozonites. Where's my little breathing exercise? So I put on this nasal cannula, and if you buy an ozone power bundle, all of that is included. So you don't need to look at anything. You have your cannula, you have your flow regulator, you have your ozone generator, you have your glassware. Everything is included, even the little pins and the syringes and all of that. And then you start breathing ozonite. So if I turn this here to half liter, you see how it bubbles underneath here. And that's how I breathe now oxygen into my lungs, including ozonites. So what do ozonites do? They boost my immune system, they flag my pathogens, they kill off and disinfect all my bacteria. And I have a very soothing treatment, which I can do while I watch TV. Is that great? And it's something that will help, you know, clean out your sinus, clean out your ears, clean out and repair your lungs with ozonites. It's a really fantastic treatment and super simple and super easy. So breathing ozonites, drinking ozone water, and because we always have to do two things, you know, we come from top, everything down, ears, nose, sinus, drinking. We need to come from the bottom up too. So rectal ozone insufflation, females do vaginal ozone insufflations, and I have complete training for everything on the website. You boost your immune system. You support your whole pathways with ozone. So from all angles, it kills off all the pathogens and it helps. So reduce inflammation is number 2. And ozone triggers NRF2. You can see that. NRF2 is a healing response of your body, repair response. It's triggered by that small oxidative stress. And then your body says, wow, let's repair everything that is broken. And that's why it repairs the mucous membrane, why it repairs all of your tissue. It makes your hair grow faster and bigger and stronger. It makes your skin look beautiful. You get rid of wrinkles. It's actually a beauty therapy as well. And then you can combine that with curcumin, resveratrol, boswellia, proteolytic enzymes, and you heal your leaky gut. This is really cool because there's not many treatments that really help with healing the gut, but ozone does. So do that and you will find that, again, healing the gut will get rid of a whole host of different diseases you might have. Boost your immune system, rectal ozone insufflation, provides oxygen, boosts your immune system. Herbs as astragalus, beta-glucan from medicinal mushrooms, vitamin C infusions, all great. And then you combine that with hypothermia, laser, red light, PMF, sauna, fire infrared, whatever you have. I would recommend, we have a free training about hypothermia. If you really have severe health issues and you want to get rid of them, look at the free hypothermia training. It's on the website, trulyheal.com. Just scroll down, there is hypothermia training, RIFE training, ozone training, and you will find all of those for free. But that will give you massive immune boost. It flags all the pathogens with heat shock proteins. It boosts and doubles and triples your immune system, so you don't want to miss out on that. And then we look at support your detoxification and elimination. You realize once toxins are in, I can kill them, I can get rid of them, but I need to eliminate them too. And how do we get rid of toxins? Aflatoxin and all of those different toxins. How do we get rid of them? We pee, we poo, and we sweat. That's how we get rid of toxins. So supporting your liver with zinc, selenium, vitamin B, milk thistle. Milk thistle is super support for your liver, and dim, and then toxic binders, activated charcoal, zeolite, chlorella, bentonite, modified citrus pectin, binds with toxins and eliminates them through your urine or your poo. Coffee enemas, well, they trigger the liver to throw out toxins. Very important. Sauna, sweat out, skin brushing, sweat, Epsom salt, sweat. It's always through the skin. Looking at elimination is important. And then lifestyle, diet, sleep, all of those things important. You know that your body heals while you sleep. So as soon as you go, oh, your body says, oh, finally this guy shuts up. Now I can do the work and the repair. Certain organs and certain systems are started to repair. Your body detoxifies during your sleep. So it's a really important time. Bed early and early rising is really what you're meant to do. An adequate water consumption. I put the bubbles here that I don't forget that. Drink as much water as you can, because water is the solution to pollution. Now, if you would like to learn all this and learn how to help patients, not by prescribing them medicine and treatments and hoping for the best, but actually finding the root cause of disease, going systematically through the whole process of analyzing the problem, resolving the problem, knowing how to support in the best possible way, then join us at the Truly Heal Academy. Simply go to trulyheal.com and sign up for our functional medicine training for health professionals. I will share with you in 6 videos how we deal with disease, how we look at toxins, deficiencies, infections, stress, look at different organ systems on where weaknesses are and how we can support them. You will learn in this free training hugely how you can help all of your friends, loved ones, family members, or clients. So whether you're a doctor or naturopath and would like to learn functional medicine, or whether you are somebody that looks for a new career and wants to help mankind, well, join us and you will learn how to truly heal any degenerative disease by finding the root causes and eliminating them in the most effective ways.